Wait, what is this? Oh. Under current known issues, YouTube says playback speed controls are not working right now. So, stock up on non-perishable items now. Take your cyanide pills if you have them. The speed controls on this podcast they're working fine as far as I know. Why don't you try and play this in reverse and see if it works? Nis now hugla nitanahad. Did it work? By the way, if you really do play that in reverse, let me know what I just said. I hope it wasn't too woke or not woke enough or whatever it's supposed to be. I just hope it wasn't problematic in any way. I think it was problematic as is, because it kind of sounded like Vietnamese or something, which I can't do that. I'm not allowed to do that. Right? I gotta look at the list of races it's okay to imitate. I don't know who last updated that. I think you're allowed to do a Transylvanian accent because most people don't think that it's even a real place. And it's like, if a bunch of vampires lived in a country, isn't that exactly what you would expect? It would be transformed into this land of fantasy, but it's like a place you can go and vampires are just at the airport. They're like, yeah, we're fucking real. No photos, please. We wouldn't show up anyway. They'll be like, can I get your bags? Because they're bored as fuck. The only thing vampires get to do is turn people into vampires. Once everybody's vampires, there's nothing to do. I took the day off and did Halloween with my niece, and I was a vampire. And at one point I had the idea, when the trick-or-treaters were coming, I was like, I want to scare somebody. I don't want it to be a jump scare. I don't want it to be a cheap scare. I want this to be more like an Easter egg in a David Lynch movie, where if one of the trick-or-treaters is really paying attention and they look in the woods, they'll see a cloaked figure just standing there motionless. And so that's what I tried to be. But I don't know if anybody saw me. It was too subtle. It was too nuanced for their Gen Alpha minds. It's not Italian brain rot. And then at one point I kind of got bored, so I just went up to the window. And I thought, if I can't scare people outside, I'll just scare people inside the house. And I stuck my face in the window and nobody noticed for like 10 minutes. And the thought came to me then that this is exactly what it's like to be a ghost. Like just staring through a window in the cold while your loved ones are inside in the warmth and the light. And you're just like, what am I doing wrong? You're like, I really need to reflect light better. I need to be more visible. Nobody cares. Look, I'm here to talk to you about the real stuff. Not vampires, not funny accents, but real deal stuff. Werewolves. And I just want to... Okay, actually, I'm getting a phone call on the Purgatory Podcast phone line. I have to take this. Hello?
Hey, it's Chuck.
Hey, Chuck. This is Chuck, our eye in the sky traffic guy. It's been a while since we've talked. What's new with you?
I don't know. I mean, have you been... Like, you watching anything good?
Yeah, I started watching The Chair Company on HBO. Have you watched The Chair Company? It's pretty good so far.
No.
You sound like you want to tell me something.
I do. I just want to warm up to it, kind of.
What is going on?
The traffic chopper is getting pulled into the tractor beam of a UFO.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the entirety of the problem.
Hasn't this happened before?
Not to my memory.
Oh, right, because of the memory wipe.
The memory what?
Well, look, I don't know. You can call the FAA, but I mean, the government's still shut down, so...
I might as well try it. I have them on speed dial, luckily.
Why do you have them on speed dial?
I'm in a fucking helicopter.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry.
And it's definitely not because I was actually trying to call a local business called Flat Alan's Animals.
Why would you be calling somebody named Flat Alan about animals?
He sounded cool in his commercials, so I wanted to call.
Well, what even is it?
I don't know. By the way, I should mention these UFOs. They look like shit. They just look like fucking PS2 graphics. Okay, I'm calling the FAA now.
Oh, wait, I just remembered something.
What?
Oh, shit. Yeah, my phone's ringing.
Alright, well, this is way too many calls on the line. Maybe I should hang up.
No, I got it. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, this is the FAA. Shit. Sorry, there's a bug in my face. Sorry, it is the FAA, but there's a bug in my face.
Hey man, what do you do if your aircraft is being commandeered by non-human intelligence?
Oh. Is that what's happening?
Wait, what is going on?
Like the FAA, like stuff's like it's a rough time right now, so they're just hiring like people with not a lot of experience to do it freelance, and that's my situation.
Well, how much experience do you have with aviation?
None. I've never been more than 2 feet off the ground, if I'm being honest.
So I'm gonna die because of partisan gridlock?
Look, the show has to, like, move along. It's not like the blades of a helicopter. It doesn't revolve around you. Okay, so think about what I said.
I'll think about that while I'm getting probed.
Well, don't think about me while you're getting probed. I mean, think about literally anything else. Look, getting abducted by aliens is just one of those rites of passage. We all go through it, at some point in our lives.
I don't think that's actually true.
Okay, well fine, then fight your battles on your own.
Thanks a lot. Glad I pay taxes.
You're welcome. Thank you, Chuck. I mean, usually the helicopter crashes, so the fact that it's being sucked up into space, it's sort of an interesting evolution of the traffic segment. Another interesting evolution of the traffic segment would be if any information about the traffic was ever provided. There's a quick update. I just found a little bit of lint on my shirt. And I'm sorry that I had lint on my shirt. I like to show up very fresh to the podcast, even though it's just an audio podcast and it makes no difference. One of the upsides to audio podcasts, you could host a podcast in the rain. You could host a podcast without a brain. Dr. Seuss said that. He predicted that. Back then, everyone said, what the hell is a podcast? And he's like, oh, so you didn't ask what a one-solar is? You didn't ask what the Lorax was? But my assumption is the fact that he knew podcasts were real means everything else Dr. Seuss talked about will someday come to be. I hope I get to kick the Grinch right in his fucking Grinch bubble butt. A lot of people thought his heart was too small. No, his butt was too big. He had that shit on. This might be, it's a divisive topic, obviously, is would you fuck the Grinch? For myself personally, no. It is insane, though, that in the movie with Jim Carrey, a woman really does fall in love with the Grinch. She loves the Grinch. There's no way that the kids they have aren't gonna have, like, a complicated relationship with Christmas. If Dr. Seuss was alive longer, he would have delved into this. But he died in a way that somehow rhymed. Like he fell on a bell, or he choked on a Coke. Maybe Coke was harder back then, It was like drinking liquid metal. That was when Coke used to be good. Now that Coke is fully committed to making AI-generated holiday advertisements, I guess, because they just did another one after having done one last year. Being like, everybody hated it, great, let's do it again. It fucking sucks, it looks bad. I think at some point, generative AI will start to become an obvious signifier of being really cheap. It's almost the equivalent of using MS Paint, but in a way that actually involves less artistic ability. You can't summon a single act of artistic craftsmanship. It's just too much. It's too hard. It's kind of admitting, like, if we could make Coca-Cola, the actual physical beverage, not real, and still get you to consume it, we would do that. If we could beam directed energy weapons into your brain and MK Ultra you into thinking that you're drinking Coca-Cola, even though it's not happening, we would do that. But as of now, it's just cheaper to just make actual soda. Because that's what it would have to come down to. If the only thing you care about is the bottom line, at the altar of infinite growth, you'll just give up everything eventually. Even the actual product. Now it's just like, well, if we pay a bunch of TikTok influencers to convince people that our product exists, then it basically exists. 10 TikTokers can topple the tech market. Okay, now I feel like I am reading from a Dr. Seuss book. If 10 TikTokers got together, how many seashells could they sell by the seashore? If they have enough followers, they can sell the whole beach. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta bring out the host of Time Check, Slurp Von Lipstick. He's been waiting here in the room with me. I've noticed the air has felt thinner. It's been more difficult to breathe. My theory is he takes in more oxygen than most human beings. I think maybe there are gills involved. I'm looking into it, but I feel like I'm gonna suffocate and I gotta bring him out. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Slurp Von Lipstick. Give it up for Time Check. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm Slurp Von Lipstick. I'm the host of Time Check. I tell you what time it is, but I'm also telling myself what time it is because I don't know what time it is, except when I do Time Check. A lot of people picture me just, in my normal day-to-day life, just constantly looking at a clock, constantly reporting to those around me what time it is. I'm not doing any of that shit. I'm cool. I wear shirts that I look good in, and people are always commenting. They're like, you look really good in that shirt. And I say, thanks, and it has nothing to do with time, so I have other stuff going for me. Pants, I don't know. I don't know about pants. It took me so long to get shirts, I don't know how I'm ever gonna understand pants. But, time doesn't define me. I have all kinds of things going on. Just been caring for my homunculus, who I created out of raw materials. It's now alive, it's now part of my life. Okay, well, my homunculus is now calling the phone line. I guess he heard us somehow. Hello? No, I don't think that's legal anywhere, even in international waters. Who opens a conversation by telling me something like that? What do you mean? I do take you seriously. Homunculus, I respect you. No, don't threaten to put yourself down the drain in the bathtub. No, you won't do it. No, you're not gonna get in a Matchbox car and park it in a garage and run the engine. That's not possible for so many reasons. You just watch too much TV, man. You just have to relax. You watched all 16 seasons of Real World Road Rules. No, they're not like you, Homunculus. You're not like those people. Hold on, I'm getting another call. Hello?
Hey, this is Flat Allen with Flat Allen's Animals.
Hello?
Is this the dump?
No, this is Time Check.
Oh, sorry about that.
No, wait, actually, while I have you, would you be willing to explain exactly what Flat Allen's Animals is?
Huh. What do you like to know?
Well, yeah, and I think so would any prospective customers.
I'd be willing to tell you, but I gotta call the dump first.
Like, are you, like, throwing away the animals?
I never said we sold animals.
I know you never said that, but I'm just trying to figure out what the business is.
Look, it's complicated.
You chose the name.
Look, why don't you come up by to our location and it'll all be clear to you.
What's in your ads?
Just stock photos of people laughing and smiling.
And that's it.
Why is there some kind of creature on the phone?
This is just, it's my homunculus.
Oh. Well, as long as you don't let him play on girls' sports teams.
What? Okay, well, you're not forthcoming with information, but I can give you some information. It's 12:39 a.m. By the way, why are you trying to call the dump at 12:30 in the morning?
Oh, you know what? I got thrown off by the time change. Shit.
That would still be way too late. Homunculus, you don't need to be here for this. Yes, I know you're outgrowing your bed. I already told you I'm trying to find bigger dollhouses with slightly bigger tiny beds inside them, but it's hard to find. You have to stop trying to get out of conversations by saying you have to take a shit. Oh, it's real? Okay, then yeah, go. Alright, this is Time Check. Flat Allen.
Oh yeah, I gotta go too. I got something else going on.
Really? What do you have going on?
Yeah, I got a lot of irons in the fire.
All right, this has been a Time Check.
Don't worry
I've
about me at all.
been your host, Slurp on Lipstick. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can put them in a message in a bottle, toss it into the Great Blue, and I'm out there in a boat every morning just to see if anybody threw anything out there. After the update, it's easier than using Outlook. This has been Time Check. See you later. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Time Check with no one. It couldn't possibly be hosted by anyone other than Slurp on Lipstick. Look, we almost got rid of Slurp on Lipstick, and we almost had Trevor Noah do it for a little bit, but it just didn't fit. It just fell off. So, after you know what time it is, what else do you need to know? Actually, at this point, I want to know if Mamdani won in New York. The last I saw, he was like embarrassingly ahead. Mamdani declares victory 16 minutes ago. It's funny that on Election Day, Cuomo's final message was that Trump was going to use this as an excuse to send the National Guard into New York, which he's probably not actually wrong about that. But then he said, well, that's why you should vote for me. I'll stand up to the authoritarian government by doing exactly what it wants. I mean, not like it doesn't directly affect me. I mean, in my election, it was like 2 ballot measures and like a water guy. Pretty much it. We have to vote for the guy who comes around with a hose every day and puts water in our mouth. Is that what the water district does? I don't know. I don't pay attention to politics. I think that we should be funneling millions in dark money into water district campaigns to put up phony candidates that foment more political division when it comes to water. Like there's one candidate whose comments resurfaced after 10 years where they said like, I hate water, I think the earth should be a barren, desolate hellscape. And now they're like, well, that was a different time in my life, I like water now. Every single facet of our lives and faucet should be completely insane. There should be an authoritarian dictator who seizes control of the water district, and the next time you turn the tap on, a substance comes out of it that is controversial. There were like 6 people at my polling location, and they all just look at you. They're like, I'm trying to vote. Stop looking at me. A lot of people get pee shy at urinals. I get democracy shy. It just feels so weird to like unzip your pants in the voting booth. Maybe that's why everybody was looking at me. But it helps me focus. Because I think deep down you're like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing with this. I'm not an expert. Like it's the time where you, even if you think you know what you believe, actually voting is the moment where you're like, wait, am I wrong about everything? Because you're like, the other guy's name is on the ballot. This makes him real to me now. But you vote for the guy you were going to vote for anyway, and they lose. They always lose when you vote for them. You ever notice when you vote for somebody, they always lose? So weird. Am I the only person experiencing this? I have to take this call. This is for my other job. Sorry. Hello?
Hey, it's Chuck Charles. I called you earlier about the alien abduction.
Yes, how can we help you with that?
Look, man, I know it's you. This alien teleported into the helicopter. He says his name is Galactic Lord Gargoth.
Oh, yeah, I know him. Yeah, he was on a while back.
Okay, well, he specifically wanted to talk to you.
Okay.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing really of note. What's going on with you?
Since the last time we talked, I realized I really kinda like your vibe and thought we clicked, and I thought we could hang.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I really got that exactly from that interaction. Like, I am actually even having a hard time remembering it. And I mean, I don't mean that to be offensive.
Let me ask you this, how many people in your friend circle have plasma cannons?
I used to know a guy, but he died from, I mean, it was experimental, so it was always a risk.
I
But
sort of feel like all of this friend making can help, and notice I'm not really included in any of it, and I just...
it's not all about you, Chuck Charles.
It's not all about you, Chuck Charles.
Fine, whatever, fuck this.
You know what we call people like you where I'm from? Fucking fuckheads.
Well, that doesn't have any local charm to it.
Yeah, like I don't know. I mean, you're kind of a lot. Like I don't know if I can hold space for you right now in my life.
But what if I could manipulate space and make some for me?
Well, I mean, what do you like? What are you into?
Well, energy cubes, of course.
Yeah. See, I don't even know what that is. So I like Vampire Weekend.
I can get into them. I can get into the whole Vampire Week if you want.
I just don't think it's meant to be. I'm really sorry.
Gargoth, man, if you're looking for somebody to hang with, I mean, I got a helicopter that's basically a spaceship.
No, it's nothing like that, you imbecile.
I have a helicopter that's like a spaceship. Things a 7-year-old would say, Chuck Charles.
Yeah, whatever.
I gotta hang up. Somebody is trying to use the internet in my house.
You have a landline?
Oh. No, I was lying. That's just what I've been saying to get out of phone calls for the last 30 years. This is the first time anyone's ever questioned it.
I have to get back to my energy cubes, my only friends in this life. The entity known as Chuck Charles, you are released from my custody. Farewell. Bye, dude.
Great, thanks for the call. Thanks for the good times. Alright. Thanks, dog. Speaking of dogs, I recently was interacting with dogs for an extended period. I don't have a dog, but I was around dogs. One of the dogs would bark at me if I looked at them for more than 1.5 seconds. This dog hates to be perceived, but she was looking at me first. Dogs don't play by the rules. They're like, I look at you, you don't look at me. And then I try to pet her and it's the same thing. But she's like walking around brushing up against me. It's like, what is your belief system? The other dog loved me. He's like, rub my belly. I don't give a shit. I'm a dog. And I know it. It's like some dogs don't know they're dogs. Like they haven't got the memo yet. I think the problem with dogs is that they're like a beautiful mind, but for smells. Like they enter any new environment and they become stink geniuses. And like any other form of genius, it drives them to madness. It's like you can just remember a time you ate bacon and your dog will start barking at the memory. You're like, what the fuck? You were asleep a second ago. This episode of the Purgatory Podcast is coming to an end. Some people say it never started because there's no opening theme song or anything. There's no intro whatsoever. It's just like getting dropped right onto the beaches of Normandy. Most of you won't make it to the end of the episode. But for the heroes who got through it, because of your sacrifice, we decided to put an end to fascism for a little bit. We put a moratorium on fascism. Anyway, got a jet.